Welcome back to Iran Daily Newsfeed. I'm Kate and let's take a look at today's news. A member of the Islamic Consultative Assembly has said 70% of Iranian airplanes are grounded due to a lack of spare parts. Currently, 23 Iranian airlines operate about 100 owned or leased aircraft out of a total fleet of around 350, meaning about 70% of the planes are grounded because of lack of spare parts. Now, Iran has less than 100 planes in operation for a population of about 85 million. Recently, the former chief executive officer of Iran-Air Davood Keshavarzian said, "We must accept the FATF to enjoy the sanction relief, then we can renovate the worn out and grounded planes by purchasing new or second-hand aircraft through various financing methods available in the world." He also emphasized that the lack of liquidity has affected Iran's aviation industry, which led a large number of aircraft to be grounded. An expert on monetary and banking issues also declared that we cannot ignore the outcomes of placing on the terrorism financing blacklist. The Statistics Center of Iran says the inflation rate in several provinces is above 50%. According to the reports, the inflation rate in foodstuff has also been over 60%. However, news releases indicate that the prices of basic commodities in Iran have risen about 70% to 450%. Unemployment is sharply rising and housing prices have risen sevenfold. About 40 million out of 85 million population of Iran are under an absolute poverty line. The poverty rate has hit its highest level in the past 10 years. Previously, 1/3 of Iranian households were below the poverty line in 2019, but now the figure has reached more than half. Meanwhile, the inflation rate in Iran's neighboring countries is in the single digits, which means 8 times that of Iraq and 4.5 times that of Pakistan. The Iranian people are suffering from malnutrition. Researchers show that about 70% of women and 50% of men over the age of 15 in Iran suffer from osteoporosis or bone density. Eastern Governor's Crisis Management says 95% of the province is affected by drought. 20,000 hectares of Islam garden cannot be cultivated due to water shortages on the back of 4 decades of mismanagement water resources. Yet poor management of the nation's water resources is a well-known and long-standing crisis as it exposes past problems, future threats. However, experts believe that the climate change can be viewed as a catalyst and a trigger, but more fundamental is the long-lasting issue of chronic mismanagement of water resources. Still, the Islamic Republic has no solution for the country's mounting problems, as the country has been subjected to fitful outbursts of unrest, vast economic mismanagement, water scarcity, continuous power outages, a pathetic vaccination rollout, and increasing isolation from the world powers. The number of addicts in Iran has been increased during the COVID-19 pandemic. A criminological study in Tehran shows during the COVID outbreak, drug addiction in Tehran province grew by about 24%. According to official data in Tehran, researchers say the drug addiction rate has grown positively since the virus hit the country. And that was all for now. Thank you for the privilege of your time.